You're not cool with that type of language being used. Girl, we can see the messages. What do you mean? Maybe she's going to say, wait, watching a denim stream is like sitting next to your friend who didn't want to share the PC and it ends up just them showing funny flash video. All right. So we talked about it a little bit yesterday and the day before. I'm sure many of you guys have seen it at this point, but like Emiru, Mizkif posted these logs of Asmongold and Emiru, where Asmongold is like, yeah, I say the N-word all the time. And she's like, really? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, LOL. And people were like, what? What? I'm sorry, what? Huh? Let me pull this up. Sorry, I saw something funny. Let me find this. Hold on. Maybe it's in my bookmarks. Maybe I didn't even bookmark it or save it or like it or anything. Oh. Sorry, I saw some more like China being amazing stuff. Finding out how much Asmon and Emiru game together was crazy. Yeah, sorry. Let me pull it up. This is useful. And no, not that. Not this. Guys, I never thought I would see it. Can you believe? Denim stock is going all the way to the fucking moon. This is a great time to invest. Anyone who got in early, you guys are living well. I finally have clip channels that get likes on Twitter. What the fuck? Can you guys believe this? I can believe it. Can you guys believe this? Denim coin to the fucking moon, dude. Hell yes. All right, enough of this. Why is it hard to find this stupid post? Maybe I just look up Mizkif. God fucking damn it. I'm going to find it any second now. Any second now. All right. Finally fucking found it. Mizkif posted this tweet. I'm just going to assume some people in here don't. Sorry, I read a chat message. That's funny. Just Queener. When are you going to address the hater channels that say you're 1,000% done? Oh, my bad. Sorry. I'll take care of that later. Baba Habibi, thank you for the 6 months. I've had denim stock since Hell's Kitchen days. Yes. All right. So, right. So Mizkif tweeted this out saying, hey, Asmon, are you going to react to your queen Emiru's 48 minutes of lies? Or do you want to keep hitting on her saying how cool you are for using the N-word as passwords at 33 years old? Emiru had sent this to me. He's saying Emiru sent Mizkif this screenshot years ago. And it's a screenshot. 10 million views is crazy. It's a screenshot that says, it's like Emiru saying a creative, huh? And then Asmon saying some like, it's like a compilation. It's like a bunch of letters and numbers made to look like the N-word. Like I'm talking really creative. And then this is crazy. This is getting me every time now. Emiru saying screenshotted JK, which she did screenshot and send it to him. It's so fucking funny. Screenshotted JK. It's okay, I'm safe. So did Emiru leak this? Well, she sent it to Mizkif years ago, so I don't know. And then anyways, continuing. At a certain point, he wasn't even the password anymore. And then he says, everyone knows I said it, don't worry. And she omega lols. And he says, I think I even have videos of me saying it. And she says, really? LOL. He says, yeah, I have super bad stuff online and no one cares. And then she says, Pokey is a racist for Eclipse, but you don't try to act perfect, I guess. Asmon says, yeah, that's why people hate her, not because of the words, but because of the fakeness, 100%. And then I guess she made a stream about it. So you guys all agree the thing that's crazy in here is like the kind of throwing shade on Pokey's name. But more important than that is yeah, I say the N-word all the time. I have videos of me saying the N-word. And the response is, really? LOL? Omega lol. Omega laughing. Well, you don't try to act perfect. It's like, bragging about saying it is crazy. I don't. So she did a stream and she's like, wait, that's not the full context of those logs. So I'm going to show you guys the context. It was in May of 2024 is what's making me laugh, like not in 2015 or something. Listen, I'm not going to lie. Or sorry, I'm going to be honest with you guys. It was never okay to say the N-word. And it's never been okay to say the N-word. The internet in 2015 was one where everyone was saying it. 2015, I don't know what was, like everyone was like smoking crack or something and everyone's like, the internet doesn't matter, I'll just do everything. And it was like, huh? Yeah, the F slur. Every slur you could think of was everywhere forever. And kind of just like, you try to go and watch an old YouTube video, like an old funny skit YouTube video from a YouTuber you liked, and you're like, dude, what the hell? Even like sort of Gamergate, like I would say even maybe cut off like 2016, maybe someone who's like delayed processing, like maybe 2017, but like 2026 is crazy. It's crazy. All right.
Show what happened, and then, you know, it doesn't change certain parts of it, but I was like, I should probably like show what happened. So, oh, music flag, oh, sorry. Hello, can you guys hear me now?
Can I theater mode? There we go. Also, if I can be bold, saying it in 2026 is on like the internet, it's mostly just cringe. Like there was some shock value back in 2015 because it's just never something that you saw people engage in the real world. So when you saw it on the internet, it was a little bit crazy. So there was shock value. Now it's like, it feels like the equivalent of seeing someone say like, what about airline food? It's like, aren't you embarrassed?
No one reasonable cares. I don't think that's true. I mean, I would care. I would think that it's strange. Okay, so again, like, if you don't know what's going on, that's okay. Like, you can go look at it. I don't really mind. But so there was like a conversation that was posted by somebody, and I wanted to show.
I think you could just say that was posted by Mizkif.
The actual context of that conversation, because it was claimed in the post that like, oh, we were like joking about a password or like flirting or something, which like, that is not what happened at all. And I will show you guys, like, I'm not scared to show that at all. That is not what was happening. Doesn't change certain things, like I said, but I will show you guys. So this is like the first part of the conversation.
You made weekly rewards progress. Yay! What did I win?
You can feel free to read it. I'm probably not going to read through it myself because like that would just take a while, but like you're free to screenshot it, whatever. So the first part of the conversation, we're talking about like streaming.
The context in which Omega lolling about the N-word is alright. Of course.
On Rumble, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm talking about, okay, so like, this will take a bit, but I'm talking about how Rumble chat is bad because they don't have IP bans. So the context of this conversation is we were talking about crazy viewers, like horrible people in chat. So then I go on and I'm like, yes, it's horrible because people can just spam different accounts. And so I was talking about this guy who made multiple accounts to like harass people in the chat. And then he, Asmon, starts talking about one of Trainwreck's viewers and saying like, oh, Train had this viewer that was like an insane, like weirdo racist. And so then I'm like, holy shit, like that's fucking insane. Like that's fucking weird. Like who does that? So that's the actual context of what's going on, is I'm reacting to this super fucking weird viewer, and like we're clearly talking about.
I'm trying, like, I'm jamming so hard, dude. I love this song. I think it's Kill V Mame. Listen, I don't like Grimes, but that song goes really hard. That one and the Magdalena Bay remix they're both so good. Anyways, yeah. So far, all she said is like, the context of this conversation was that we were talking about like viewers and other people that use the N-word as their password.
Insane viewers, right? It was not his password. Like, you can clearly see there's no flirting happening.
Okay, so can I just ask really quickly? Why does it matter whether or not it was his password? He just said later that he says it all the time and there are clips of him saying it. Oh, sorry, that's disrespectful pause. That's a disrespectful pause. I'm not a bitch. Okay, listen, not on that front. Sorry. I just don't like what the hell? I don't understand how that changes that context. Like that, and that's the only thing people actually care about. I feel like the password thing is just like, it's just very childish. It's the part where he's like, yeah, and I say it all the time. It's like, what? Okay. And then you laughed about that. Like, what?
like I said at the beginning, I know like this doesn't change the context of like certain things in it, and like some people are still gonna feel uncomfortable about that, and I totally understand that. Like, I'm not cool with that type of language being.
You're not cool with that type of language being used? Girl, we can see the messages. What do you mean? Maybe she's gonna say, wait, I don't see, this is what, like, it's so infuriating. Let me just say really quickly as a side tangent. Like, you gotta transform the content, you're just letting it play. But sometimes when you pause it too fast, you don't let someone finish. So maybe she's saying she's not cool with it anymore. Let me let her speak.
Used to people, like, that's fucking awful. And I, like, looking back now, I don't like the way that I handled that at all. It was
okay,
wrong.
yeah, see? This is why you gotta let people talk. Yeah, but like, you're still like buddies with him though. Like, you were still talking about, like, you guys were still like long after this, because these messages are in 2024, May 2024, but they were still like playing games and being besties, like at least last year. What? And if anything, he's just gotten like worse, so I don't understand. It's not like, I would understand if he had changed as a person, but like, what?
I don't like it, but yeah, you guys can see, this is like actually the context of what happened. It wasn't like, oh, my password is a horrible word. Oh, he.
Also, if you were trying to say like, this is not behavior that I excuse, wouldn't you just say like, yeah, obviously I'm not going to be friends with someone like Asmon who says it and like clearly doesn't care about saying that he says the N-word and like engages in, like, there's like, what? But then she would never answer that, because the answer is, of course I'm still friends with him, right? I also kind of low-key don't understand the purpose of this stream, because I feel like this stream defends Asmon more than it defends herself. Like,
that's so funny. Like, no, we're laughing about it. Insane weirdo. But anyway, I think it's very unfortunate that even though this.
Wait, so she is still actively friends with him, so she's just rationalizing her relationship with a piece of shit? Well, there was one person that did sleuthing, and they found that there's like that video showing like all the games that they play with each other and that they like show up to parties together or whatever. So they're obviously homies, but also more importantly, think about it. If you were in her shoes, just like POV, you're in her shoes and people are upset at you because you're like friends with this racist piece of shit. Or you were friends with this racist piece of shit. Because she just said like 2 seconds ago, looking back on this conversation, like how I handled that conversation was not good. If I was in that position, or if anyone else was in that position and they wanted to show people that they're not racist, you would obviously immediately say, I'm obviously not friends with someone that still acts that way. Like, I'm not friends with him now. Isn't that the obvious thing that you would say if you were trying to show people that that's not acceptable behavior? But if you just, it's like platitudes. If you just say, obviously that's not okay to do, and then you still like hang out with someone all the time, and you still like, like get raids all the time, and like, This
is like solely on me. Like, this should, if anyone's gonna get criticized, obviously it should only be me. Of like, well, I mean, you know, of my friends.
Oh, she's saying like the only people that should be the only person out of like, I think she's trying to say that people shouldn't be criticizing like Sinna. I think that's what she's trying to say.
It's unfortunate that even though like it's only on me, there are people targeting other people I'm friends with who literally have nothing to do with this at all. Like, they have nothing to do with this at all. And I would like to try to minimize problems for those people, since like I'm currently in like a bunch of really strange, weird stuff, and I don't know yet exactly what that course of action will be, but I will figure it out. There's like a couple different things that I'm considering and thinking about, but yeah, I just want to show you guys that like the context is just completely different.
No, you guys were laughing about other people having the N-word as a password, not Asmon having the N-word as a password. I don't feel like that context like changes anything. Maybe I'm mistaken and everyone's like, oh, okay, well that changes everything, but I really don't feel like that does.
And like, you can still say like, you shouldn't have reacted that way, whatever, that's totally fine. Like, I agree with you, that's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I want to say, and I'm just gonna try to straight.
Wait, why did the audio die? Oh, there's like copyrighted music or something. You can't maliciously react. You can't do that. Let me put some elevator music. Bum 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 bum. Is it over? Is it over? Is it over?
Hazard,
Okay.
Bach, Desync, Lockhart, Orange, Exornato, Spectro, Polypose, Sultan, Adrian, Chose.
Our VOD channel is fully unmuted. Oh. Thanks. Wait, what timestamp was I on? 33 minutes, so a little bit before
Hello,
then.
guys.
Just wanted to see if I missed anything.
Egg looks like while growing.
Wait, what? Oh, maybe it removes the starting soon screen. Okay, so when does the starting soon screen get removed? 25 minutes in. So, okay, so it's still right here. I think that's basically it. Wait, no, I think this removes the part where it's like the copyrighted music.
Super
probably.
fucking
Maybe I'm
weird
wrong.
viewer, and like we're clearly not age, and I totally understand that. Like, I'm not cool with that type of language being used to people. Like, that's fucking awful, and like looking back now, I don't like the way that I handled that at all. It was wrong. I don't like it, but yeah, you guys can see this is like actually the context of what happened.
Also, him saying I have awful stuff on the internet everywhere and her glossing that over when the context of the conversation is someone else using the N-word as a password. What awful stuff could Asmin be talking about? What's his like? I've never bothered to look into it, but people always tell me like people always type in chat about his World of Warcraft name or something.
It wasn't like, oh, my password is a horrible word. Oh, hee, that's so funny. Like, no, we're laughing about it. Insane weirdo. But anyway,
so even if that was true, right? Which I'll accept that. Okay, you guys were laughing at an insane weirdo because I agree that you can do that. You can both be like, that's insane that person's a crazy person and they act like that. But like, then what's the defense for this part? I feel like the password part is like the least important part. I feel like it's the other stuff of him saying, everyone knows I said it, don't worry. I have enough videos of me saying it. I have super bad stuff online and no one cares, lol. Like, what? That's the part that I thought was fucking weird.
I think it's very unfortunate.
All right, this is just my personal opinion. You guys can disagree. But this stream reads like someone who's actively trying to defend their pal, Asmongold, so that they can keep getting raids or whatever. Because the only thing that the only thing that made me certain, think about it, like POV, you're like a Roach viewer. Okay, I know it's a scary idea to consider, but let's say for a moment, POV, you're a Roach viewer. But you also like Emiru and you want to watch Emiru. It's like, you would watch this stream and you'd be like, oh, okay, she's not throwing Asmon under the bus. Okay, good. Like that's, I feel like the one thing that, sorry, I think the stream accomplishes two things. I think it tries to get smoke off of Sinna's back. Because I saw, like I'm not even trying to find these tweets. I'm like just scrolling my feed looking for videos of like the ooh, ah, cat. And I'm seeing like so many meme comments and so many posts like basically saying, hello, Sinna. Hello. So I feel like it was to get people to stop messaging or adding Sinna, and then also probably to confirm to her viewers, her mutual Asmon viewers, that like, don't worry, I'm not going to throw Asmon under the bus. I feel like that's like the only thing that it actually like accomplishes. This chatter. Following 9 seconds ago. Cope. You gonna make an argument at all, or are you just gonna say cope? It's okay. I know words are really hard. There are a lot of other streamers you can watch that use less words. Here, I'll play some.
That even though this is like solely on me, like this should, if anyone's gonna get criticized, obviously it should only be me. Of like, well, I mean, you know, of my friends. It's unfortunate that even though like it's only on me, there are people targeting other people I'm friends with who literally have nothing to do with this at all. Like they have nothing to do with this at all. And I would like to try to minimize problems for those people, since like I'm currently in like a bunch of really strange, weird stuff. And I don't know yet exactly what that course of action will be, but I will figure it out. There's like a couple different things that I'm considering and thinking about. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that like the context is just completely different. And like you can still say like you shouldn't have reacted that way, whatever. That's totally fine. Like I agree with you. That's fine. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I want to say.
Some of these chat messages I wasn't even looking at the chat at all. Some of the chat messages are brutal in here.
Like, I agree with you. That's fine. But yeah.
Screenshotted JK. Why'd you screenshot and send it?
That's pretty much all that
Just keep private convos private, question mark. Why did you screenshot and
I want to
send it?
say,
The context doesn't help much, TBH.
and I'm just gonna try.
You know what? Credit where credit is due. Emiru, you are brave for having chat not on emote only mode. You know what? I wouldn't want it on. I wouldn't want chatters typing like that, man. Fuck.
To stream normally today and play.
What about the Pokimane comment and the next screenshot? SS? I think screenshot is what that means. For people being like, why are people bothering Sinna? Sinna and Emiru are like friends and they collab and they're roommates. And it's like weird that, like, think about it. If you were watching, if you're a Sinna viewer and you know that she's friends and collabs with Emiru, it'd be like, dude, why are you cool with someone in your life who thinks that, like, other people saying the N-word is funny? Don't you stand on that? Like, isn't that weird to not care about that? I don't personally think anyone should be bothering Sinna. I think she's like, I just don't care. I just don't. It's just like, but I understand why people who are Sinna viewers would ask that. That makes sense to me. It would be like if I was friends with someone who was like super pro-Israel. It'd be like, aren't you literally Arab? Like, what the fuck? Like, hello? What? You claim to care about all this stuff and then you just like don't? What the fuck? So I think, and they were roommates. To the chatters saying that, don't forget to stretch and take your vitamins today. Also, Sin is black. Well, yeah, that's why I said, like, it would be like me, someone Arab who talks about the Palestinian cause, being besties with someone who's like super pro-Israel. I think you guys would be in the right to criticize me and be like, what? But you're one of the fucking Arabs. What the hell? And I think that's the idea here. It's like, wait, like, Sinna, you're like, shouldn't you, huh? I think that if you're a viewer of someone and you want to ask that question, you should always ask that question. But I'm never going to encourage people to go and like, I think if streamers are going to talk about something, they're going to talk about it. And if they're not going to talk about it, they're not going to talk about it. So I don't think it matters to like, I would much rather that time and effort be spent trying to like go and, honestly bother Kyle Klinsky and tell him to like actually give a genuine apology about Graham Plattner and about dismissing so many of the claims from Graham Plattner and have someone on. That it feels like so much, that feels like time that's way better spent. I don't really care about like, Sinna did address it. I saw she did like something, but again, I just don't really feel like dragging Sinna into it. It feels like so many steps removed. It's just like bizarro.
My games and stuff. And yeah, totally understand how people feel, but that is what actually happened. Just showing you guys, and yeah, feel really bad for the people who have nothing to do with this, who are now having to deal with annoying stuff because of that. Like, can't control people doing that. It's the internet. They just do that, and I obviously want the best for those people, and I will do what I can to try to make sure that those people get the best because it is not their fault. They have nothing to do with this, and yeah.
Yeah, the Sinna comment is, if someone wants to link it, they can link it. But Sinna basically said, like, you guys know I'm not cool with that type of shit and I don't like to fence it. But she's at a convention right now. She's at DreamCon. She said she would talk about it later. But also, like, I don't know. It seems that one feels weird. I don't know. Bothering Sinna about that feels bizarre to me. I don't know.
Pretty much, that is it. That's really all that there is to it. So yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. And then, yeah.
Screenshot JK at Emiru.
Other stuff going on, but I'm not talking about that right now, so.
And every pronoun in his bio, I'd be like, you know what, man? Sure. But it's like, he's just gotten worse. No, you can be racist. You just can't talk about someone else using the N-word as a password. It's like, okay. This was in 2024. He's gotten so much worse since then, I know. But, all right. You say Miz react to your win against Ethan? Yeah, it's because it was a dope-ass win. Funny to say I didn't like how I handled it, but then proceed to not handle it. It's like, all right. Okay. Weird.